Morning, how are you all doing? I hope you're all well. Welcome to Betway's Way to Win. It's Wednesday morning. We're doing the Thursday meet at Turffontein, just fresh off the Hollywood Bets Durban July. And 0691643272, that's our WhatsApp number. Hopefully you're connecting with the team, and the QR code to open your Betway account. Just take your phone, use the camera, scan that code, and open up your Betway account. Daryl Marie's with me. We're back from Durban. We're going to talk about the card naturally, but just a quick look back at what happened on the weekend. And you were tipping this horse Chronicle King to a few people. I mean, you liked it, you mentioned it, you referenced it.
I did like
nice
it.
Nice place money.
It was my second choice behind Tin Pan earlier. I told you I didn't like a few other formats.
Yes.
But the bomb landed in the last leg of the pick six, and there went all our hope.
Yeah, but Monty tipped that horse, Iron
Yes,
Giant.
I can't believe I left it out there.
And also tipped a winning quartet in the July with us on our panel was Anton Marcus. How was that?
Well done, Anton. We need more of you.
Yes, come, Anton. Kick in now. Tell us about the unraced, these unraced horses, any comments or in the first opener?
And thanks to Johnny Bloomberg, Clive?
Champion Johnny Bloomberg. What a host.
Great.
What a host. Drove us achweet, but what a host. Okay, 5-2 the field in this race. What do we know about the unraced horses?
I want to thank Mr. Vernus for giving me some info on the dam of number 7, Saragossa Cat. Now, Clyde, she won 3 races between 1400 and 1600, and her half sister acquitted herself extremely well in graded company. The sire, I think, won 2 at the age of 2. So, if this filly's fancied on debut in this sort of lineup, I can see her featuring. I think the best advice I can give to viewers is follow the market closer to race time, because strictly on jockey arrangements, one will believe that Gavin had the choice of rides and he's riding something else. And Calvin hasn't ridden many for Johan this season, but follow the market.
Okay.
Number 10, Clyde, number 9, Baron Porter says we'll need a run. Then, Clyde, have a look at number 1, Dondoyaki. Now, yes, she did improve last time out after a rest, but go to, I think it's race 3, Clyde. You need to look at this.
Okay.
Go to race 3, have a look at number 6's form, Red Hot Kisses.
Yes.
Not great prior to her last start.
No. So nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about. Yeah,
I'm a little bit worried about that form line. So I'm playing to beat the Jazz Pianist form line. So for that reason, I'm putting in the very costly number 3, Japanese Garden. I'm of the opinion her best run has been on the inside track, and I'm just hoping she breaks better and is up on the pace, because with that experience, I think you need to make it a count, especially on firm going. Back to up with number 10, War Talk. I liked her debut. I thought she ran well. She finished alongside a well supported first timer. Last time out on the poly track, she spoiled her chances at the start. Surely she will improve on that effort. So for me, 3 and 10 in the opening leg.
Okay, we've got it. That's the bipod. First leg. Second race is a maiden juvenile plate. It's over 1,200 meters. Remember, we're on the inside track, so we go round the turn. And on Wednesday morning, when both Daryl and I were sitting together, they were betting, I beg your pardon, there were 9 of them that were lining up. Not sure about any scratching to this point in time. We'll leave that to you to make a note of closer to race time. With regards to the market, this Wednesday morning, it looks like this. Romilly is a first-timer from the Jan Janssen van Vieren stable that Gavin Larine is riding. Is top of the boards at 2-1. Number 6, Umzingeli Wenyeti, is at 5-2, second favourite, Wenyati. 8, Blushing Bloom is trading at 9-2, 6-1, number 9, Concordia, and 2, Captain Frank from the Mike de Kock stable, 12-1, courtesy of Betway. We got comments from Matt, and this horse was a little disappointing first run. They've subsequently gelded Captain Frank. They'd be disappointed if this horse didn't show improvement, albeit he is looking for a bit further. But all the rage is another first-timer from the Van Vieren stable.
Well, I've got no comments in the front of the computer form. I had a look at his breeding. Now, his dam was Unrest, and his second dam, Clyde, was Stratus, the Grade 1 winning Stratus. I think she won the Empress Club. Lovely, well-bred son of Water Winter. Once again, with regards to his chances, follow the market closer to race time. See how he moves down to the start. If there's confidence coming from the yard, hopefully the on-course team can get a comment from Johan. I can see him winning. Mr. Van Vuren does have a line, Clyde, because the horse who beat Umzingeli Wanyati last time by 4 odd lengths is his horse, Alpine Jet. And
Yeah.
she was extremely well supported on debut
Yes.
when getting it right. So, like I say, the market should be the best guide. Number 6, Mzingeli Wanyati, obviously had the benefit of 2 runs. He's now probably nearing peak racing fitness. I actually thought he wasn't laying down last time out, although on paper it looks like he was giving up in the latter stages. He was staying on in my mind. Got the plum draw. Really, it's going to take an above average sort to get the better of him. Once again, we've touched on that Jazz Pianist form line, and that's from the stable companion of the favorite, number 8, Blushing Bloom. And then thereafter, probably, I agree with the De Cox. Expect improvement from Captain Frank. So yes, I'm happy enough bankering number 6, the exposed, or the horse that's had 2 runs under the belt, Mzingeli Wanyati in the PA, Cloud Bank number 6.
Okay, well, as Daryl made reference to, keep an eye open, ear open for what's going on course with regards to this unraced first-timer from the Jan Janssen van Vuren stable. Romilly, Rakesh Sugalim and Lawrence Werners are partners in this horse. Gavin's riding, and you'll get a better idea just before they jump. So is Midnight Miracle the horse to beat here? Felisandi and Crawley riding for the Stewie Pettigrew stable. Last start got close enough, and this time she's back on the inside track. And this particular distance that she runs over 1,000 metres may be more to her liking. Well, the market's got, on Wednesday morning that is, Midnight Miracle top of the boards at 2-1. 8 Winter Bell is 28-10 second favourite. Number 6 Red Hot Kisses is 33-10. And Empress Wu is consistent as they come. Number 1 on the card is priced up at 4-1. You can get 8-1 and better about the balance. The favourite or the Azzy horse, which one?
Let's just touch on the form line that we've previously spoken about, Clyde, the Jazz Pianist form line. Because I may have been proven wrong by now, because possibly Dondoyaki's franked that form and Blushing Bloom. So if they both have, or one of them have, I could be exiting my pick 6 in the opening leg. But I've chosen to exclude number 6 because of just my opinion on that form line. Now, number 5, Midnight Miracle. This filly actually came to the track with a bit of a reputation, and she was heavily supported on debut. She no-show. She was beaten, turning for home. Put her away. Have a look at the improvement she made in her comeback effort. And then last time out, she just got touched off. So, is this the filly that's going to open the floodgates for Mr. Pettigrew? Because he's really been very quiet by his standards. I really believe that she's going to get it right. I think she's having a peak run from a neat draw. Nothing negative to say about her.
Yeah.
Her biggest danger has to be number 8, Winterbell, who she holds on form by just over 2 lengths. And she's having her second run, whereas Midnight Miracle's having her peak run. So I think she'll hold her at bay. And I've only chosen to go the top 2 in the pick 6. Like I said, I'm excluding Empress Wu. I'm excluding Red Hot Kisses. Perhaps one of the first timers get it right on debut, but we'll hopefully be covered by running second. So yes, 5 from 8 for me, Clyde.
Okay, they're both in the first leg as you've referenced. We are bankering at the back of this pick 6 later on. We're shouting home in swimming. That's a 1,600 Rand perm. Welcome, everybody, back to the Betway Weighted to Win studio. It's a maiden plate over 1,000 meters. It's the first jackpot that you want to get on. 0691643272. That's the number. There's the QR code in order for you to open your Betway account and get up and running. So, well, what's the plan in this race? Bumps last grind. The one horse tops the boards at 13-10. We saw the owners the other night and July weekend night, Brian and Taryn Spong, and they're looking really well. I'm sure they'll be hoping that this guy can deliver the goods. He seems to have the right credentials or solid form anyway. He's been pretty consistent. It's his third run after the rest, and all does seem to point him, but I guess it doesn't necessarily end there. There might be a couple in here that Daryl likes. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure the connections have been pleased with his 2 efforts on the half-vault, Clyde. Only finding 1 too good on both occasions. Now, I liked his effort last time out because the winner, also owned by Brian and Taryn, had really, really strong form lines going into that race. I know he had been off for quite some time, but his form lines were super, super powerful. And he was only beaten 4 odd lengths by Ready, Set, Fire. But have a look at his penultimate start behind top division. Yes, he was returning from a layoff and possibly in need of that. But number 3, Jet Karari, right, finished alongside him. And Jet Karari's as much as 4 kilograms better off. Yes, on their latest encounter, he's well held by Bumps Glass Scribe. But have a look at the tongue tie, Clyde. In his last start, he wore the tongue tie. Then now they've taken it off straight away. I don't know if that had a negative effect on him, but it obviously never assisted him because they've removed it.
And he's better off at the weights now?
Yes.
With the 4 kilos?
So then you can go back to quite a bit back in Ringo's form line and behind Colfoot. And you can see that Ringo got the better of Inspector James behind Colfoot, whereas Bumps Last Grind holds Ringo quite convincingly. So if you're using Ringo as a line horse, the favorite really should get the better of Inspector James. I'm really keen to see if Gavin takes the ride of Inspector James, because there's no jockey declared at the moment.
Yeah, Muziyeni, by the way, is not going to be. He's at Kenilworth, right?
Yes. Now, the horse I'm really expecting a lot of improvement from, and we need to take note whether this form line's been franked. Clyde, is number 6, Downtown Cody. Mzingeli Wenyati ran, I think, 5 lengths ahead of him. And I watched him move down to the start. I thought he is a lovely mover. I know he might need 1 more to come to hand. But I think he, in this lineup, he's not going to disgrace himself, and he's my improver. So 1 and 6, my top 2 choices. I have included 2 and 3.
Okay, well, Downtown Cody is currently 14-1. Closer to race time, you'll get a better idea. Welcome back, everybody. Let's chat about race 5 now. It's a maiden class field over 1,600 meters. And in this race, on the Wednesday morning, the favourite is number 4, Singleton Sam, who's priced up at 28-10. 1 Green Light Racer is 33-10. Number 5, Inquinquezi is also priced up at that range, 33-10. 6-1, 2 Parabellum, and the 7 Sergeant Sacrat is trading at 6-1. You can get 7s about number 9. Step Into It, who is an unraced horse from the De Kock team, and their common courtesy of Betway hasn't shown much at home yet. So that's the latest. Now, last time I had Gabriel Soman here, we were talking about Green Light Racer. They liked it a bit. Last time, showed the improvement. I see Jonathan Bloomberg, Dylanch and Sammy. There are a few in here that will be hoping to get Green Light Racer home.
Yeah, big hitters there, Clyde.
Big hitters? Yes, they're big hitters.
Yeah, Gabby never chose to bank a Radio Star that day. He included his horse in all his perms.
Correct.
And Radio Star was deep in the red. Clyde, I've been watching Mr. Soma's horses. A few of them have just been knocking at the door now. I think the stable is stable to follow in time to come.
Okay.
Peak Run, Dam won over a mile. Craig Zaki, the Hollywood Bets Durban July winning jock, now gets aboard. So what's not to like about number one Green
The
Light
draw,
Racing?
I suppose he'll be given a chance, won't he? I mean, he won't jump and go, right? He will switch off.
Yeah. Listen, there's no reason to try to take it up with him because it's not his racing style. But if he comes out well, he could get well positioned in running. I think all depends on how he breaks. Clyde, I know Nkwezi is well exposed, but I'm of the opinion her last two starts have actually been her best two. Behind Lava County was soccershop.bet's Stay Tuned. It was well fancied. That was a nice effort. Have a look at her penultimate start, Clyde.
Yep.
Behind Titans of War. Chieftain Shield won 2 from there,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
Curtis Condor won from there. Inflamed won from there, and she beat all of them. I know she's taking on the boys, but it looks like she's nearing getting it right. The improver. Now I don't know his well-being. Has to be number 6, Matrusbach. Have a look at his debut effort, Clyde. Pull up his form lines, please. I need you to do
The
that.
dream world, eh?
Yes.
Yep.
Pull up those form lines.
Right.
How are those form lines? Grade 1 winning, good for you. Churchillian.
Sure.
Adversator. Captain's Alliance.
Powerful.
He's been rested
Good
and
company.
gelded. He's a brother.
Very good company.
He's a brother to Jordan, who won up to 2,000 meters. If this horse is expected to run a forward race after a layoff, I can see him winning. Number 7, Sergeant Socrates, his best effort last time out. I know he was beaten by a first-timer, but there was a short price favorite just in behind him. And he improved, so he should get the run of the race. And then number 8, Singleton Sam Clyde. Debuted against winners, far from disgraced. He had the ideal position, moved to the middle of the track, caught a bit flat-footed, and then stayed on in the latter stages. Gavin takes the ride. Brother to Incredible and Give Me the Good Life. Let's see how he goes. I'm not overly bullish about him, but I give him a winning chance.
All right, so there are a few in here that you have to pay attention to, and they all are 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now a maiden class field, and we're going over the distance of 1,600 metres. This race 6 should run at 15:40 on Wednesday morning. The market indicated 5 to 2 the field. Stampede ahead, number 13 on the card is the favourite at 5 to 2. 9 Merryweather, 3 to 1. 4 to 1 about number 14, Witching Hour. Craig Zaki there to ride for the Roy Magna stable. The 12 Special Star, the De Kock team have referenced that this is the kind of horse that will come on quite a lot from a debut performance or one to watch in the future, and are showing okay work at home. 3 Hollywood Madam is at 7 to 1, and number 6 Future Success is trading in double figures. 12's at 14 and better about the balance. Let's talk about the Aussie horse, Samaga Kamalo. They team up with Stampede ahead in this event, Daryl. Debut performance. You want to just refresh everyone's memory what happened?
Yeah, she actually had the best draw on that occasion, and she came out running. And she actually went quite some distance ahead of the balance of the field, Clyde. I think she was 3-4 lengths clear. Came up for her in the latter stages. I'm of the opinion they're going to give her more of a chance this time around. Try ride her a bit more patiently and let her finish her race off. There's no doubt the filly that beat her is highly regarded and impressive to date in Mamlambo. Now, Concordia runs in the second race.
Yes.
From that form line. Let's see how she goes. As well as Japanese Garden runs in the first race. Let's see how she goes. But yes, a lot of scope for improvement, and she was well supported that day. Number 14, Witching Hour. Wasn't really a fan of her form line of her debut, but in saying that, you learned so much in that her second start, she came out running and she was far too keen. So I think if he has a filly that no doubt improved from run 1 to run 2, although on paper it says she got beaten more, by more lengths. You can't read into that. She improved in her second start.
Gavin couldn't have ridden that, huh?
Well, he's riding for Mr. Werner's. I'm sure he could have.
56.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have. But Kamala was riding for Mr. Azzy, so I'm sure Mr. Werner's or Johan asked him to ride this filly that he's ridden recently.
Is he retained by Lawrence Werner's?
No, he's not. Not according to my
Okay.
understanding. Yeah, so Witching Hour, if she can settle this time round, we've seen that form line being franked with Little Miss Million winning again. She must be a major player. I would have loved a bit more confidence from Matthew and Mark, because we know that number 12 Special Star is a half sister to Gimme Another, Clyde.
Yeah,
None
beautifully
other
bred.
than Gimme Another. But
Beautifully
they're expecting a place chance at best. And then obviously number 9 Merryweather. 2 runs on the high fault, staying on in both of those. Not really a fan of her latest effort, but the damn one over 1400, and now she's trying a mile, so I think she could possibly be more effective now that she's
Be a
been
lot of
stepped
winners
up
from
in
Future
trip.
Successes form line, that, eh?
Huh?
The Ile d'Orange form line, Future Success number 6.
Yeah,
The
but
stable companion, there's quite a few winners from there.
201 days
I
straight
know, long
into a
time.
mile. I don't know. There's question marks, but you can see Clyde, in my jackpot I included her.
Yeah.
My pick 3, just my top 3 choices.
Okay. Well, that's the shrewd play. 9, 13 and 14 in this race. Welcome back, everybody. Time now to have a look at our next event on the card. This is a middle stakes over 1,200 metres. And in this particular race, we'll take a look at the market and see what's going on this morning, where Night Bomber tops the boards as 3-1 favourite. Number 6, Pennsylvania, second choice at 4-1. 9-2 about the 3 lead the charge. The 5, Passage of Power, also trading at 9-2. And number 2, Yamadori, is 7-1 together, with all of 8 Fully Loaded and 7 Kamati River. You can get 14-1 about number 1 Chavana. Heard about this Night Bomber horse, and having a look at the form, I'd imagine the 12 inside track will probably suit it better, hey? Just looking at the
Yeah, I
the
think he's
previous,
done very, very well for Byron, Clyde.
yeah.
How do you think he's going to go with the blinkers?
I think it might suit him.
He's
What
got
do you
that early toe.
Yeah.
I respect him. I respect him certainly for part of my
I mean, the
jackpots
company
and
in
pick
which he
six.
was in his last start was quite strong, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a few that represent that form line.
Yeah.
Passage of Power. Clyde, this horse, in his penultimate start, he was so unlucky. He broke through the pens on that occasion, and he just got touched off. And then a lot of people expected him to just about win his next start, but he was drawn on the wrong side. Now, one can say that he's a bit of a draw strike. So, I think he has the possibility of reversing the form with Night Bomber. I like the look of number 3 over here, Lead the Charge.
Yep.
Now, yes, he has been rested quite often recently, but his ratings come down, and this horse on the inside track is a different kettle of fish. I mean, his best form undoubtedly is on the inside track. He's won from one of the course and distance. He's back in a handicap. He's back in a middle stakes, and sorry, I'm just trying to look over
The
here.
form line's quite strong to Buffalo Storm.
Yeah,
Code.
Buffalo Storm Cody won,
Yeah.
and then Mount Pinatubo won from there.
And
So
I see Samanga rode him before and won on him before.
yeah,
So.
yeah.
Okay.
I just had a look,
Sure.
Clyde, barring the filly, he's not badly in over here. And if I'm of the opinion that he's much better on the inside track, I think he can make a winning return. Then you need to have a look at a bit of a roughie, and a horse I'm expecting improvement from is Chivana. Now, on his last start, he doesn't really have a chance, but go back a few runs behind Ready to Charge. He actually finished ahead of Yamadori, and he's 2 kilograms better off at the weights. So if you do like to take trifectas and quartets, I'd certainly include the top weight. Number 1, Chivana. However, one can say that Gavin possibly had the choice of rides and has opted for Passage of
Power. What do you make of Pennsylvania? Tell me, Dennis Schwarz has gone to Mauritius. He's not going to be to ride.
You know, Clyde, this horse has always come to
Has he gone to? Obviously, he's gone on holiday. He's gone to ride. He's taken up a ride there, hasn't he? He's taken up a job.
Yeah, job.
Dennis Schwarz.
Yeah,
Eh?
he's obviously
So
affiliated.
that means they're
to
starting
some...
soon there. Or what?
Yes.
Good.
I'm not happy with that last form line, Clyde.
You're not.
No, you just pull it up there, or you're on form grids.
Yes.
Tell me what you see there.
Look, I know the horse is a speedy
No,
type.
no,
and
no.
in
I
last
didn't ask you
the
what
form
the
line's not
no,
great.
Thank you. What does the form line say?
There's only a handful of runners, only been 4 or 5 runners.
And
really.
all 4 or 5 unplaced.
Unplaced.
Okay, so you're happy with it?
Not happy.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's the end of that then. Let's take a look at Daryl's selections for this race. See what the plan is in terms of the last double. 1, 3, 5 here, and we're bankering 8 at the back. Okay, last one back. This is a handicap at the 84 level, and it's over 1200 meters. Scratch number 10 is not participating. Wednesday morning, when looking at the market, it was 28 to 10 about ensuing. Now, we're big on this horse. Gavin Larina is going to be riding it for the Jan Janssen van Vieren stable, and we make this the one to beat. Of course, in its last start, those of you that do not have a form book in front of you, he won going away, come from off them, and appear to have a lot left in the tank. And based on that, from an inside jump, Daryl, I can see why you've bankered this horse now in your exotics.
Clyde, I'll tell you something. At the moment, the going is so hard.
Yeah.
And surely, rock hard going, you need to be closer to the pace than further beyond. Surely.
Sure.
You can't really make too much ground up.
Yeah, they get away
Obviously,
otherwise.
in
yeah.
sprints, I mean, in longer distance races, it all depends on the place, doesn't it?
Yes.
But in more sprinting type races, you want to be closer to the pace. Now, I know this horse is more or less a hold-up type of horse, but for him to have given start and weight, he carried 63 on that occasion and run them down on a fast surface. In my mind, that was a cracking effort. So, he's not going to be towards the back end of the field from a one draw. He's going to be closer to the pace. If he comes out well, he's going to be there for nothing. And Gavin might let 1 or 2 around him, like the likes of Espinoza, and if Wings are within me breaks well. But he should really get the run of the race. If he's in the top half turning for home, I think he'll follow up.
Okay.
And I really believe, based on his last win, he's in a great space and he'll go back to back and worth a punt. So in all my bets, bank number 8 ensuing. If you like to play your trifectas and quartet, please include number 6, Biopharma, into the back end.
Ensuing the one to beat right at the back. Thanks for watching Betway's Weighted to Win, everybody. We'll be back on the weekend. We look forward to it. Stay well.